How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and over here we talk stocks and we focus on one thing. Always protect your profits. And today we're going to be talking about AMC. I've been getting a lot of requests, and I'm like, you know what? The year is almost over. Let me give you guys an update video. We see a lot of volatility inside in the market. It also witnessed a severe pullback, and there's some things that I want you to pay attention to, especially going into tomorrow and as well as into the new year. We'll talk about it some more. I won't waste any more time. Let's jump into the agenda. If you're new to this channel, I just want to let you know we have timestamps down below inside the description. But if you're a shareholder or you're thinking about taking a position, I highly suggest you watch this full entire video. So the first thing we're going to go over is a technical analysis. We're going to be taking a look at the overall price action. We want to know support. We want to know resistance. We want to know what it looks like in the bearish case scenario and as well as in the bullish case scenario. And then we're going to go on Fintel, taking a look at the recent institutional ownership and short interest information. The reason why this is important because it does have an impact on the way the stock performs. And then we're going to be taking a look at the order flow distribution. We want to know what the buying and the selling behavior is like on the retail side and as well as on the institutional side. And then when all of that is done, we'll be going into the final thoughts and as well as some more details. So let's get to it. So we're going to do a technical analysis for AMC. Let's see how it performed on the day. So it ended up closing at $28.94, being up 3.54%. On the low, it tested $27.68, and then on the high, testing $30.19. When we take a look at the volume stats on the day, you could see we traded at 35.892 million shares, and the average volume over 10 trading days is at 50.331 million shares. So this is a big difference, but one thing to keep in mind, we saw the IWM that saw a lot of momentum, and of course AMC is one of the top holdings, so that's why we ended up seeing some strength inside of the stock. We'll talk about it some more in the video, but let's just focus on the technicals. So now the chart we're using is the daily chart. You can see from the RSI down below, it is right around 45.92. And then when we take a look at our moving averages here on the chart, we are below the 100-day, the 50-day, the 200-day, and as well as the 21-day EMA. Keep in mind though, we did surpass the 21-day EMA during the day because we ended up seeing a high of $30.19, and it's at $29.66. And you guys know why I love using the 21-day EMA. If we're able to actually gain momentum above it and use it as an area of support, this is where I want to look forward to seeing how well AMC could challenge right here around $32. This will be a psychological area. There could be some selling pressure, but if we have enough momentum, we should be able to get through 32 and start using 33 as an area of support. Yes, it has shown resistance in the past, but you guys know how well AMC can move already. And if we can reclaim the 50-day, this is where I'm going to say you're going to have to watch out, because then we can look forward to seeing if it can make that move to 36. This is something actually to keep an eye on going into 2022. I don't see this happening tomorrow, but again, just be aware of that. Now, as far as for the worst case scenario, if things get bearish, we could see as far as recent support, we had it here at low as $26.79. So if we have a pullback going into tomorrow, most preferably, I think we could hold up at least $27. We ended up seeing a low of $27.68. So that's why I'm pretty bullish on the fact that we should be able to hold 27. So let's see how AMC performs for the last trading day of 2021. So we're going to take a look at the recent institutional ownership and short interest information for AMC. So as we scroll down further on the page, green rows indicate new positions while red rows indicate closed position. So let's see what's been going down as of late. We're going to be using the 29th. So we have CYPIX that purchased 3,913 shares from the filing of the 29th. We also have Sun America Series Trust that purchased 423 shares. And we also have Vanguard Total World Stock Index Fund ETF that went in with just under 224,000 shares, or 223,070 to be exact. And also we see another filing buying here from Sun America Series Trust with 322 shares. And we have a closed position, which is a put from Hudson Bay Capital Management. Now, when we take a look at the short interest, the dark pool short volume ratio is at 54.24%. And then for the dark pool short volume, it is at 9.37 million shares, just over that. And then when we scroll down even further, the short shares availability is at 4.8 million, updated 11 minutes ago. And then for the short ball free rate, it is at 0.59%. When we take a look at the history of the short volume, we can see for the close of the 28th, it was at 54.58. And then for the close of the 29th, it was at 54.24. So consistent for the past 2 trading days. But one thing that is very clear, AMC does continue to have short squeeze potential. And it's part of the reasons why you see a lot of volatility. So now let's jump into the order flow distribution. Now let's take a look at the order flow distribution for AMC. So we can see here on the inflow, it was at a 190, and then on the outflow, it was 176. So it had an inflow day. Taking a look at the breakdown, it was 0 on the large, on the medium 141, and then on the small it was 49.55. On the outflow side, we had 0 on the large, on the medium we had 129, and then on the small we had 46.63. Keep in mind these numbers are in the millions. Taking a look at the large scale orders in the last 5 days, you can see we had 0 for the past 2 trading days, but we had an outflow day on the 28th, but we did have an inflow day on the 27th. Analyzing the numbers even further for the small scale orders, which tends to represent the retail side, we had more buying than we had selling. And then when we take a look at what happened on the medium, we had more buying than we had selling as well. When we take a look at the turnover ratio, it was at 7%. So one thing that is clear, there are a lot of traders that are going in and out of this play. We do have many who are holding on to their positions like myself, but I just want to make sure this is something that you're aware of, and this is why it is highly liquid. We also have to keep in mind it is one of the top holdings in the IWM. So you want to be able to track that performance alongside with AMC because they do move fairly close to each other. We'll talk about it further in the final thoughts. Let's get to it right now. So for my final thoughts for AMC, let's talk about the price action. One thing you're going to want to see is AMC being able to hold up at least $27. Holding up $27 does put it in a prime position going into 2022 for more upside. If it breaks through 27, this is where we can start visiting levels back to 26 and 25 and so on. But if we want to see a bullish reversal, so a lot of strength, then you're going to want to see the stock get to at least 30 bucks and then make that move to 33 and then seeing where it could go from there. Pay attention to these levels. Set up alerts if you want to. Also, when we went on Fintel, taking a look at the short interest information, it still continues to have short squeeze potential. We know AMC is well known for its short interest. It's part of the reasons why it has garnered a lot of attention. And one thing that is very clear, there's still a lot of demand in the market for AMC shares. We noticed this when taking a look at the order flow distribution. We are seeing the small scale orders, which represents the retail side. So retail is still in the buying mode, and I can see this picking up going into 2022, and is why you want to keep it on your radar. And another point that I want to mention, AMC is still currently in a bear market, and this is why I said you want to see some price action above the 200-day, which would be right around $33. I know I sound like a broken record, but I just want to make sure you're hearing that, because I know you see a lot of videos out there, they're not telling you everything that you need to know. And before I close this video out, please add IWM to your watch list. When you see this ETF running up, you're going to see a lot of small and medium cap stocks showing sympathy. They're going to move alongside with it. And since AMC is one of the top holdings, since it showed a lot of strength today, what did we see? A lot of strength in AMC stock. As soon as when it pulls back, this is where AMC stock pulls back. So this is why you want to make sure that you're aware of the trends that are happening inside of the market. And if you are going to be taking taking a position, you are doing your homework, and you're doing your due diligence. I've been an AMC stock for quite some time now. I think going into next year, February, it'll be exactly 1 year since I've been an ape, and I'm looking forward to seeing how well AMC can move in 2022, and I'm pretty sure if you're watching this video, you have the same sentiment. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll be talking real soon.